And that's what it feels like. It's felt like he's been in this competition, in this personal competition with other dictators in the world, that he's just trying to do whatever it takes so that they can recognize him because clearly his father never hugged him. Like everybody's like, oh, his dad gave him $1 million. That was go away money.
Fuck out of here, buddy.
I promise you, I'm gonna give you this million. I'm gonna give you this million. Don't ask me for nothing else for the rest of your natural life. We're done.
Yo, yo, now I don't even know what the title of this is gonna be. Goofiest of all time or fuck out of here money. Oh shit.
Like
Yeah.
Trump got released on waivers from his own family.
Number three.
Don't make no
This
sense.
waiver wire has
We got a waiver wire president, man. It don't make no sense, man. Welcome. This is the Between Brothers podcast, where we give you real talk, authentic takes, and laughs on sports, pop culture, and life. I'm your host, the Duke of Debonair, and this Lando in the building, along with my older brother, the charismatic one, Zero in the mother loving building. What's going on, Zero? How's your week?
My week has been all right. Yeah, I bought some oxtail
From where?
at Walmart.
I told you, you gotta hit Sam's up, dog. They got the cheapest joints.
I,
Walmart's actually is the next best price though. So you're not, you didn't go wrong because I think their price is better than even Costco's. So
yeah, so I got some oxtail. Told our sister, she said there was a place I could have gone to get it cheaper.
where?
She says I guess it was a international meat market or something.
No, I promise you it's not.
So
Well, if she's talking about the one that I'm thinking of,
uh-huh.
it's not cheaper.
Got you. Yeah, so yeah, I had got the stuff. I had got the oxtail, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the package, and as I'm looking, I was like thinking back to when we had it. I was like, I've never seen pieces this big before. It was like, yeah, I've never like I was like, I never seen like the massive pieces that they have inside the packaging. I've never seen them before. It was like I know we would eat the smaller ones, but I've never seen the like really huge ones. And I was like, and I guess it's just me. Because we would have oxtail maybe like what, once a month, maybe?
I don't even think that often.
Because I was like, it's got it. Because if it's this expensive, and another, yeah, I was like, if it's this expensive, it was like, I know mom wasn't just buying that up.
No,
And it
yeah,
felt
I
like,
don't remember us
cause,
having it that often.
yeah,
Maybe once every couple months.
yeah,
But
because
you got to remember also, this is the '90s we talking about. Like,
no, it was like, but even still,
no, because you. Sorry to cut you off. There's been a shift in like the kind of meats you get though. Like it could be expensive now just because like how it's grown in popularity over the last few years. But
uh,
like when we were young, chicken wings were the cheapest cut of chicken.
now it's like leg quarters.
Now it's the second most expensive, like
Yeah,
behind chicken breast.
yeah, like
So it's just
yeah,
like,
drumsticks are the
yeah, drumsticks are the cheapest piece of chicken you can get now. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, well,
yeah.
like it could have very well been back then where it actually wasn't that expensive. But again, I don't remember us having it that frequently though. It might have been
Yeah,
once every couple.
yeah, because it was like we had it just as often as we did fast food. so,
Yeah, yeah,
so,
that was right. That was probably no. We probably had. When I think
you
of
think we had
fast food,
fast food? Had we had fast food more frequently than?
definitely, definitely.
Okay,
Actually, I wouldn't say fast food, but takeout in general. Yeah, definitely. We had that more often than we had oxtail growing up.
yeah, because I'm like because I was talking to my friend because she's from Trinidad, and we were when we were talking, I had said I got some oxtail. I got some oxtail was cooked, and I was just thinking, I was like, I never seen my mother ever purchase it. It seemed like the only time I would see, like when we get the mass, when mom would get a bunch of groceries all at one time. I never remember seeing like going into the freezer and seeing a pack of oxtail in there. It was like I would see it. It was like you knew we had oxtail. It's just me.
I don't know. I think what she bought when she bought it, she cooked it. I don't think it was something
Yeah, that's what I
she
was
kept
saying. It was
stored.
like it
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was like she bought it, she cooked it. It wasn't. It wasn't. She stored it. So it was like I'd never actually seen it until it hit our plate. It's like so that was just me because it was like hardly ever went to the kitchen when she was cooking anyway. So so it was like looking at the huge pieces. I was like, I've never seen the huge pieces of oxtail before. It was like it was always the smaller pieces that I would see. So it was like that was kind of new to me, but it was still damn good. And um finally finished the first month um at the job. I said I was like when I first got paid and it was not what they said it was going to be. I was like I really don't want to be that guy, but I was supposed to be getting paid one way and then I'm getting paid the old way. It's like, yo, am I supposed to wait or is somebody screwing around? And it was like, it was a waiting period. Yeah, there was no mistake that was made because everybody before me had the same thing happen. They came back, they had to wait the second pay cycle for them to get production. So there was no issue there. It was yeah, I have veterans telling me they went through the same thing. So yeah, so there was no screw up on their end. Um, but other than that, everything else has been good.
Yeah. So my week was all right. I had to work from home this weekend because at the building they were doing something with the power or something like that. I was like, but overall, overall it was a pretty decent weekend, pretty decent week. Uh, did some cooking today. We was out all day. Um, we was out all day. Went grocery shopping. Went to the outlets, which I don't like the outlets at all, but Duchess wanted to go there. Like when I went to like the one in Williamsburg. For those who may be listening to us for the first time, we live in Virginia, and and it was like everybody's like, oh, things are so much cheaper here, this and the other. Went there, things were cheaper, but it wasn't that much cheaper. Matter of fact, and then like there's some things where like I bought stuff from like their regular store, and like their regular store, if they had a sale, was cheaper than the outlet. And these particular items that they would have would almost always be on sale. So that was kind of I don't necessarily care for the outlet mall experience, but But yeah, we was out there. Got Coco Puff some new sneakers for school or some new shoes. She had like some more like little dressy shoes, but they started like I don't know. Dust got them from like Amazon or something, so they started kind of falling apart. So we got her some shoes, and yeah, pretty much we just out running around, running errands the whole day. Had to help fix her parents' fence, like the fence that fell over or whatever. So, and whoever was doing the work on their fence just did a really bad job and everything like that. So I got it up, but I didn't necessarily, I didn't necessarily like. It's stable. It's stable, but there's other things that need to be done. And I just didn't have the time to go do all of it. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much been my week. Nothing too eventful or anything like that. Not as eventful as, you know, the president trying to declare war, anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is it with when presidents get in some kind of situation, they just attack the Middle East. And then we get surprised that things like 9/11 happen. And you know what I'm saying? Not like, I'm a New Yorker, like not like 9/11 didn't, was justified, but it's just like, yo, like you keep like coming at these people, eventually it's thinking like like you're gonna there are kids who get bullied who eventually fight back.
Hmm.
They might still get beat up, but they'll eventually swing back. So it's just like, I think Clinton did it, Bush did it, now Trump's done it, and apparently Israel is heavily involved in it as well. I don't know what I don't know what's going on with that whole situation, except the only thing I can think of is this is another distraction from the Epstein files.
It's so
The
funny.
Dow,
The Dow.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, people were betting on this too. Yeah,
yeah, which people they said like people like there's some people like insiders making who made like millions off of it, but I'm like,
yeah.
this was kind of like this wasn't that hard to predict though.
They said somebody said what makes it weird is that they made the bets the day of.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so yeah, they were. It's like the day of they made their bet saying that the strike was going to happen Saturday, and it went from I think somebody bet 87,000 and made like 1.5 million off of betting that the U.S. would strike.
If
It
we
was
got that many leaks in our intelligence to where regular people can pull up and
yeah,
bet, I actually, if you got 87 grand, you're probably not that regular, but like, yeah,
it could be his life savings.
true,
It's like
true.
I'm a bet the farm that these missiles dropped. Now these missiles dropped today. Oh man, somebody got to go to jail for that, but they gonna get pardoned.
Yeah, I mean, Trump loves pardoning criminals, and for specifically those who commit fraudulent acts. So it's just like I don't even understand this anymore. Like, so it's like okay, the Venezuela thing didn't work,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's like, okay, who else can we bomb? And so like, because at first he was like, oh, it's about drugs, the Venezuela thing. Then they go attack Venezuela, capture the leader, blah 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 blah, and then all the oil billionaires are like, yeah, I don't know why he did that because that oil is useless. Like it'll take billions of dollars to create the infrastructure to extract the oil for it to be usable. That's why
Mm.
nobody trades with Venezuela when it comes to the oil. That's why they're a poor country because they don't have anything that's worthwhile. And then I guess Trump was like, "Oh, they have the largest oil reserves in the world, so let's go get them." And then when he realized that the billionaires actually weren't interested in it, he's like, "Oh, well uh, they don't know what they're talking about. That's what they ain't gonna get none of the oil when we get done with it.
Mm-hmm.
You needed them to deal with the oil." So the guy is all over the place, man. This dude is absolutely bonkers,
yo,
yo.
yo, this
This
dude,
dude is absolutely bonkers.
yo, he on the spectrum.
No, I don't even think he's. I don't. I think that's an insult to people on the spectrum. I really do. I think this dude is a straight up lunatic, senile, old. There's the great American philosopher. I'm sorry, I lied. The great Vincentian philosopher LaFleur Williams used to call people a senile old goat. That's exactly what we dealing with. A senile old goat. And when I say goat, I do not mean greatest of all time.
Goofiest of all time.
Yo, yeah, I was just about to say that. You took the words right out of my mouth. I'm like, and then Israel is like, yeah, we rolled on them, dog. I'm like, all right, you destroyed their whole nuclear infrastructure and they rebuilt it in a couple months. That makes sense to y'all? Somebody said their nuclear warheads grew back, or their nuclear came back faster than Trump's ear. I still can't believe people really think he got shot.
Yeah.
I'm still even mind blown by that.
Yo, and they call this operation is called Operation Epic Fury. This sounds like an 11-year-old charging in on Call of Duty.
And they killed their leader in the
Mm-hmm.
strike, which is it. You usually don't hear stuff like that. Like their whoever their political leader is, like being murdered or being killed in these like type of raids and things of that nature. So I'm like, it's very unusual. And then it's just like, yo, like you put a lot of innocent lives at stake. So like if God forbid Iran decides to retaliate in a terroristic type of fashion, like what happens to those hundreds of people or dozens of people's lives that are going to be lost because you was out here being, like you said, an 11-year-old. Like I saw somebody say that Putin said that this was wrong. Like when you got that guy who pretty much is doing the same thing in the Ukraine, saying like, yeah, that's messed up, dog.
Yo.
And that's what it feels like. It's felt like he's been in this competition, in this personal competition with other dictators in the world, that he's just trying to do whatever it takes so that they can recognize him because clearly his father never hugged him. Like everybody's like, oh, his dad gave him $1 million. That was go away money.
Fuck out of here, buddy.
I promise you, I'm gonna give you this million. I'm gonna give you this million. Don't ask me for nothing else for the rest of your natural life. We're done.
Yo, yo, now I don't even know what the title of this is gonna be. Goofiest of all time or fuck out of here, money. Oh shit.
like
Yeah.
Trump got released on waivers from his own family.
Number three.
Don't make no
This
sense.
waiver wire has niggas.
We got a waiver wire president, man. It don't make no sense, man.
Oh man, you got him because you thought you're gonna make a playoff push.
And now your team is spiraling down. He like what's it called? Like Sauce Gardner when he went to Indy. Like he just the team just kept spiraling out of control. And that's what is happening to America. And then it's like, yo, we got 3 more years. And it's like, do we? Like, are we gonna survive another 3 years of this nonsense? But
I
guess
feel
what?
the
The Dow is up. And then it's like the Dow is at an all-time high. Yeah, you know what? The Dow is at an all-time high during Biden. The Dow is in an all-time high. And like every president has reached an all-time high in the stock market because that's what naturally happens. The stock market goes up. Like what? That's not something to lay your hat on.
yeah,
I'm like, when is somebody gonna be like, F what you heard? Sorry for F what you heard. Like, what's going on with these Epstein files though?
there was this lady on Instagram that was saying the one phrase she's getting sick and tired of hearing is they're trying to distract you. It's like she said, "Do you really think that the government gives a fuck about if you're distracted or not? Because they're doing
Yes.
shit right in front of your face."
But that's the thing though. Yeah, they're doing it right in front of your face. So like, I don't even understand if that person understands what distraction is. They do it right in front of your face so they can get your attention to something else. That's magicians do it. You know, uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, 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 like when you watching football and you see like a reverse happening. It's not like a surprise, really. Like see now maybe on the field it looks different, but like when you see it, it's like oh, like they're running a reverse. Like the only thing is, are they going to pitch it or not? What is it? RPO is like they're gonna hand it off or not. So it's like
Yeah.
it's not like necessarily like so the distraction is in front of you. What they don't want you talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, we bombed Iran because they don't want you talking about the president being a strong candidate for pedophilia. He's a stronger candidate for being incarcerated for pedophilic activities than he was for being president the second time. He has more qualifications for that than he did for being president. I'm sure they're going to shadow ban us for this. I'm telling you, there was, like when I post the YouTube shorts and stuff, like we got one video, we were talking about Musk, only 2 views. Every single one of our views have triple digits or more, except that one. They shadow
Jesus.
banning us, dog. Don't make no sense. Come on, you got to do better. Calling y'all out. Y'all some hoes for that. But like triple digits or more. But for some reason, that one got the lowest view count of all time. I think I had them both views. I think I did both views. No, I'm joking, but I'm like,
See, watch from the tablet, then watch it from the phone.
bro, like this is embarrassing, man. They're not like somebody used to be friends with. He sent me something like a couple months ago or so, maybe a couple years, maybe a year ago, where he's
Mm.
like, yo, like, I don't, it was just passive preaching saying that he ain't gonna condemn Israel for what they doing to the Palestinians. Um, because he was like, I'm not gonna like those are God's chosen people. And I'm like, I don't think I don't even think that's about God anymore. And then I'm like, also when it comes to the Jewish people, I'm like, how you gonna call yourself a Christian riding with them when they're the reasons why Jesus passed away or was murdered? That don't make sense. I'm like, and then even in the Bible, God says like yo, like you know, for all those who accept Christ as their Lord and Savior is welcome. So I'm like, those are the chosen people now. It's not the Israelites anymore. So I don't know. I don't know. Like maybe I'm just not that well versed in the Bible or whatever. But I'm just like I don't understand what you mean by that. So you're condoning the murder of people for. But I don't even know why I'm surprised. Like how many people just pick and choose things from the Bible to co-sign how they feel.
You, that should be an Olympic sport. Is it the pick and choose Olympics?
Yeah, it's sad, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about Trump, dog. I mean, I do know about him, but
Yeah, I know, but I don't know.
this is embarrassing, man. And I feel sorry for those people that's getting, what I'm saying, just getting bombed on for no reason. And then he's like, yeah, I'm declaring war. And it's like, you don't have that power.
But you already know who's gonna stop him. Because you vote against him, you're not a good Republican. Like, what the fuck did that even mean?
What does that even mean?
He's like, they're not good Republicans. like, like what? You might as well just said bad dog.
For real, though.
He's, they're not good Republicans.
Like what? Like so they're not with you. They're
Like,
not a good Republican. Like
and
you're
to
not.
say
You're
that,
you're not a good Republican.
to say that on the podium, and other Republicans saw that shit and they were just like, well, he ain't talking about me. So
And then he's like baiting Democrats. That State of the Union had to been. I didn't watch though. I just watched bits and pieces of it.
wait, he had a State of the Union address?
Yeah, this week. It was this week. I
Oh,
think it was
damn.
Tuesday. He went on this like rant about how Democrats were horrible people, and he was like, "Yeah, I there's nothing I could do. They wouldn't stand up." And then there's like Republicans saying, "Oh, Republicans would never do that. What the Democrats did, and do this that, and the other." And then they show when Biden was in office like 2 years ago with Republicans shouting during and protesting him during the State of the Union. I'm like, I think every single one of you is stupid. I think none of y'all have wrinkles in your brain.
Smooth as SpongeBob.
SpongeBob brain ass. Like, like the hypocrisy, and then like I'm so sick of too many people. I was just a brilliant idiots. One of my close friends, he claimed that he's an independent. He's not. Like you keep talking. I don't understand why so many black people say that they independents and don't call out nothing except the side that they co-sign. Like here on this podcast, we said Juneteenth was a horrible thing, and we named that episode "Here Nigga Damn" because that's what it felt like. Joe Biden was giving a "Here Nigga Damn" holiday because he wasn't going to accomplish most of what he claimed he was going to accomplish for Black people. We called it out, so we like you call it out. Like it doesn't matter. Oh, well, what about when Democrats, what about it? That's not happening right now. This is what's happening right now.
But of course,
But
but
yeah, I'm like, oh, if everything you say is against Democrats, you can't say you're independent. Like that. Like that doesn't make sense to me. You can't say you in the middle if everything you say is against the other is against one side. Yeah, yeah. Hey, everything I say is against the Jets, but I'm gonna say I'm a diehard Jets fan. So you ain't got nothing good to say about the Jets. Everything you say, everything about the Giants you say is good. You say nothing good about the Jets, but you a Jets fan. Come on, dog. Like, come on, dog. You a Giants fan. Just take it. Just
it
admit it.
it's okay. So that's just how it goes sometimes.
Like you a Republican, or you know what I'm saying? It's okay. Yeah, the Republican, I lean conservative because the Christian values. Ain't nothing Christian about America. Stop it. I ain't saying there's anything like I ain't saying it was Republican or Democrat. There's nothing Christian about America. America was not based on Christianity. Period. They wouldn't kick millions of people off Medicaid and food stamps. Bro said during the State of the Union, we got 2.4 million people off of food stamps. Like he just kicked them off.
He
There
said,
was
Nick,
there was no upward mobility. He was just like, you can't have it anymore. God help us, man.
I'm glad I didn't see it.
And like I said, I didn't watch it live. I saw like bits and pieces.
I wonder if they were betting on that on Kalshi too.
Yeah.
You could
Uh,
bet. Yo, that site in itself, or that Kalshi in itself shows that there's a lot of people who need to have that hotline on speed dial
I don't want
because
that hotline bling. That could only mean one thing. The great
ever since
Canadian.
I found that Kalshi, you've been better no weather at MPH. It's like I'm gonna put $250 that somebody at 12:59 p.m. is gonna be going 5 miles over the speed limit. They got radar gun clocking niggas. Yeah, you could bet anything on Kalshi. It's like uh, it's like how many strokes of deodorant is Trump gonna put underneath his armpits? How the fuck are you gonna find that out?
Well, he can't even lift his arms over his head.
Oh man, these Kalshi ass niggas. Ugh.
Anyways, God bless America, man. Um, so you know what? I just looked at what our topics are.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is about somebody beefing with somebody. T.I. and 50 Cent. It seems like that beef is gone now at this point.
Yeah,
50
cause
deleted
fit.
tweets or deleted posts or whatever
Mm-hmm.
of which I don't even know how this started. I'm like, did this happen over verses?
So apparently, Ti had Ti called 50 and wanted to do a versus against 50, and 50 never responded. So I think Ti had went on I think it was Drink Champs or $1 million. Yeah, $1 million worth of game, and he mentioned how 50 Cent never came back and never came to him and said whether he wanted to do it or not. He was like he wanted all the smoke, but it was nothing. But it was something that they talked about years ago that Ti brought to 50's attention, and I don't know. And I think 50 said something about Ti. I think Ti responded back. Then 50 responded with posting a picture of Tiny. Then Ti's son posted. Yeah, Ti's son posted saying something about his dead mother. Then Ti did a rap. Yeah, Ti dissed 50. King did another video showing a grave, saying showing I think it was a 50's mother's grave. I think Ti dissed him twice, and I think one of his other sons also did a diss track, and 50 never responded. But this started over 50 not responding to um, to Ti coming to him about doing the verses.
All this is over versus.
Mm-hmm. Over old music.
Like, I don't even know if anybody's ever like linked the two of them for the like that versus. I don't even know if it even makes sense.
In a sense, it does because they were not because of like super popularity or because Ti was king of the South. Yeah, it was self-proclaimed king of the South. Like 50 and Ti came out around the same time, but it was like 50 the bigger had the more accomplished sales. Like he was the bigger act than Ti was, but they were making music around the same time. So I don't think so. It's not necessary. So it's
When it comes to the verses, generally speaking, there's been some sort of alignment. I don't know. I just like Ti versus Ludacris would like be something that I think would make a little more sense. Cause I just never heard the two of them tied to each other. But like
yeah. What's it called? Nelly and Ludacris did one, and that threw me off a little.
I didn't even know Ludacris ever did a versus or
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Him and Nelly did it, and that was basically what the same thing that what Monica and they did basically the same thing like what Monica and Brandy did and what the Locks and Dipset were going to do. They did the verses, and then after that, they were going to go on tour together. But it would have made more sense Ludacris and Ti than Ti and 50.
Yeah,
But yeah, their only
it's
correlation is when they were in the game, not necessarily that they've ever been like head to head. So that's why. So I completely agree with you. It doesn't make sense why it would be the two of them.
yeah, I don't know. It's just
And it makes me feel like that's why 50 didn't respond because it doesn't make sense. That's why I didn't want
Oh,
to do it because it doesn't make sense.
then the kid, the Muppet kid, like talking about his dead mother. I'm like, I'm not gonna say because if it's like, yo, if you talk about my mom, I'm gonna talk about your mom, kind of deal or deal. Like I don't really care nothing about that. But I'm like, bruh, who are you? Like no one cares. No one cares. You look like someone drew you with their eyes closed. Dude look like Jinx from Pokemon. The shiny version. I'm just standing on business, man.
He wasn't standing after he said that shit. Ti put his ass down.
That's messed up, man. I don't know, man. I know this is a topic, so we got, but I'm like,
We ain't
I
got to
don't
spend long
even,
on
I
this.
don't even know that like this is all over because someone didn't reply back to you, dog. This got to be the most sorry beef I've ever heard of in my life between two men in their 40s.
It like it don't like it really doesn't make any sense because like I think you know what I know there's some folks that say like 50 versus Jay-Z would make better sense, but would it?
Yeah, and I mean no, but yeah, just because of the New York ties, and then I think both of them were DMX has passed away now, but like between
Yeah.
Jay Z, 50 Cent, and DMX, those are probably the biggest as far as record sales, probably the biggest rappers that have come out of New York. Um, so yeah, no, that'll be a nice versus, but like I said, I wouldn't even have thought about. But I never, like I said, I didn't even know Ludacris did a versus, let alone who won the verses.
I don't know because I didn't even know that they had one until what's it called? Nelly was on a radio station talking about his former friend Ali, basically trying to start beef between um Nelly and Ludacris. Yeah, it was like when they said, "Oh, we were gonna do the verses," like you got to get the song arrangement together and all that. I was like, "Hold it, they did a verses?" It was like that was a flash in the pan.
Mm-hmm.
It's like even then, it was like, now I get it. The years, like the time in which they came out, that's what makes sense. That made sense for them. And I think that was basically the same thing with Ti and 50, but it was like maybe it was like maybe the thing was like you call yourself the king of New York, I'm the king of the South. We can that it'll be something like that if that's what he was trying to go for. But they went through all of that over not replying to a verses. It's like when he didn't reply for the verses, it was like, all right, maybe we can try somebody else. That would have been easier.
don't understand. All right, Ti hits you up, says you want to do a versus. Then he turns around, he goes on Drink Champs, says, "Yeah." I don't know what the context like of it was. Where I don't know if he was just trying to make him sound like he was soft when he said he didn't reach out to him or whatever. But then you respond back with social media posts. I'm like, I don't know, just 50 just don't got no interest in music or what, but like, there's been now four dudes that's come at you musically, and you like, there was a time when you never came at 50 Cent.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yo, what's it called?
without
What
him responding anyway, so it's just like,
and what's it called? The dude Wayno, he had said that they'll probably make up any excuse as to why they ain't gonna engage with 50. He said Tony Yayo gonna be like Tony Yayo gonna be like, man, we ain't got time for we ain't got time to be responding to Ti. We in the Swiss Alps eating turtle tongue.
that's funny.
You said we in the Swiss Alps eating turtle tongue. We ain't got no time to be responding. Like, yo, yo, we're in the Hamptons eating albatross wings.
Albatross
We
wings.
don't got no time.
I definitely don't got no time. It's a 6 foot wing.
Yo, you got a wing as tall as long as you are tall.
You think I got time for you when I gotta eat this?
I know, and I'm eating the whole thing.
I mean, the whole thing. I need all the protein I can get out of it.
Yo,
My
I would make
macros are very important to me.
yo, yo, the day that you eat an albatross wing, you know you intermittent fasting that day. Yo, you are intermittent fasting that day because you gonna get you're gonna hit your calorie your calorie protein and your
You
carb and
know,
fat
you said
intake
help
in
me.
one.
Imagine that. Imagine the ultimate macro meal was an albatross wing. Your perfect protein, fat, and carb levels on one sin. You just gotta eat 6 feet of wing. That's crazy.
So I gotta finish it. I've been doing nothing but drinking water all day. Oh man, that shit is hilarious. You say we in the Swiss Alps eating turtle tongue, like,
Turtle tongue.
like what the fuck? What
And
what turtle got a long enough tongue for you to eat? For you to be like, cut that shit out and put it on a
bruh,
yo, cut out that snapping turtle tongue and put it on a bed of rice. Rich people crack me up.
yeah, I mean, you got to. You gotta.
They crack me up so much. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I just feel like talking about what's his name? Just doing the McCants thing.
So I don't understand why. How did Rashad McCants' name even come up?
That you know what? I've been wanting to watch that out the mud episode because that is curious. Why did this story decide to just pop up?
Yeah, I'm just like, how does I didn't even know him and Darren Williams was even tied together like that to even like how does his name even come up?
Yeah, because what's it called? Yeah, they play like what's it called? Besides the NBA in college, they played each other once.
McCants said they played each other 3 times.
Three? Because what's it called? He said because what's his name?
He said they play. Yeah, no, that I know what Darren Williams said, but Rashad McCants said they played Illinois three all three years he was there.
I gotta find my phone. Because well, it wouldn't be uncommon. Because yeah, it's not like
Football where
yeah,
you
football.
won't play a conference at all.
Yeah, you might he's like you might see a different team like yeah, a different team in a bowl game, but you it's like yeah, because when it comes to college football,
I didn't know
you may
Darren
only see a
Williams was
team
in
once.
college for that long.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
that's what's making me wonder, did he
Yeah.
actually play him three times? He's just saying that shit.
Or did you play Illinois 3 times?
Oh, there we go.
No, it says 3 times. December 3rd, December 2nd, April 4th.
All of them is each year.
Yeah. Bruh, yeah, Darren Williams a liar out here. I forgot all about that. No, they had an ACC versus Big Ten challenge every year.
You're right.
So Darren Williams is no longer credible. Wait, hold on. Darren Williams might have no, he don't. The first year, Darren Williams, they matched up against each other, but Darren Williams, I guess he didn't really play much the first time. Second time, McCants dropped 26 and 3. Darren Williams had 22, 8, 5 turnovers. Damn. National championship game, he did. Darren Williams said he had 17 points and 7 assists in that game. He had 17
Yeah.
points and 1 assist. I didn't know Darren Williams was in college for that. I thought he only did 2 years. He played 4 years. 02, 03, 04, and 05. Well, now that we got that nigga out the way, come on, D. Will.
What's it? Hold up.
You
It's
got
saying
you lying about Rashad.
It's saying up here.
You got Jerry Sloan up out the league.
Yeah, it's saying that Williams had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 1 steal.
Okay, he does. This thing says 1 assist. He had four
Yeah, Rich.
turnovers.
You know,
Damn, this
it
dude turned the
said
ball over like crazy in these games.
Rashad McCants had 14 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal.
Damn, that nigga play?
Wait, McCants?
Yeah, I mean he played clearly, but that's all? Just 14 points on 15 shots?
What's it called? What was it? He said Sean May had a 28 and 10.
Sean May, man. I knew he was gonna suck.
Wasn't he like the worst rated player in live 1 year?
I
It was
don't
like
know.
a 54 overall for the Bobcats.
I don't know. I know when I played with them, he did good. I don't know what his overall though was, but he just did not look like he was going to be a dominant NBA player. McCants, I thought was going to cook in the league on that team. McCants and Felton, I thought both of them were going to do good. Marvin Williams, I thought he was a little overrated, but I knew Sean May was going to be a bust.
Yeah, it's like, what is it about McCants that makes people just feel like they could just make up shit?
Yeah, that's crazy, right? They just made that up about him. D. Will just made that up about him for no reason. Now I got a question because D. Will lied on 2 podcasts about the man, about their matchups, anyways. Now I got to question Charlie Vanilla Wafer
Why Charlie?
because he said that he was sick. He threw up on him and he didn't dunk on him. So I'm like, you might have got dunked on. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't believe nothing y'all saying.
You know what I you know it was dumb when I saw Charlie's response because he was like because he said you got to watch out with that sick stuff because what about that one kid that killed himself over with the having alopecia with him suffering for alopecia. It's like, why he wasn't talking about the kid that killed himself, he was talking about you.
Yeah,
Like
that's
like cut
it's,
cut that shit out, yo.
Charlie Vanilla Wafer would be somebody who bombed Iran. You
Wait,
just why'd you try to take the focus off yourself, dog?
yeah, it's like, man, I suffered through something called alopecia. It's like you might want to stop with that sick stuff because what about that kid that killed himself? Because Rashad McCants is talking about you.
Also, yeah, Rashad McCants didn't talk about that kid who killed himself. And also, even if he did, he's dead. I mean, it sounds harsh, but it's not like he's hearing it now.
It's like, when he said, when he said that he's like, I don't want to be friends with you. He's like, I'm not gonna go to dinner with you. It's like, I would have to pick up the tab. It was like,
That was actually good. I was
yo,
like,
that was a good
because
one.
because Rashad McCants did only play like 27 minutes in the NBA. 15 of them were, he almost
He
scored
scored.
81. He almost scored 81.
Boy, this is yo, it always made me wonder because I never watched his interview. Did they really end the show on that?
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I gotta see that power, listen to that podcast. I've
Yo,
been slacking on my podcast listen. I only listen like I used to listen to like a lot of podcasts. Now I only listen to like 3. That's not ours. That's not ours, I should say.
said,
Uh,
boy, it's out the mud. And he just kept yelling Kobe's 81. It was like, he don't care what you say after that, right? He's literally outroing on your ass.
Kobe's 81 because he scored 15 points.
Yeah, yeah, but it's like you got because you got Pat Bev saying something about a workout. I didn't even yeah, something about a workout, and he did with his thing and has
Oh
it.
yeah, no, actually, I got a co-sign Vanilla Wafer because Vanilla Wafer did. Pat Bev did say that he quit, but he never said he got sick though. I don't remember him saying that he was throwing up. I remember he said that he quit. He quit during the tryout or I don't know. It's not a tryout.
During the workout.
Yeah, during the workout. But he did say he quit, but he never said anything about throwing up. First time hearing throwing up was feeling the way he was saying that.
He was like, yeah, he was like, nah. So I remember that, man. You ain't. He's like, where he said you ain't dunk. He didn't dunk on him. He's like, man, I dunked on him so hard, I started yelling. I started throwing. What the fuck did you eat before you showed up into the gym? For you to get to dunk, start yelling, and everything start coming back up.
No, 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 no. Look, my rest in peace, Steve. He told me he used to go to the Princess Anne Rec Center.
Mhm.
And he was like, and they had the mirrors or whatever. He said there's this dude in there. He used to like be like the pre-workout, all this other stuff, working out real hard, screaming in the gym when he's doing his stuff and everything like that. He said one time, this dude is looking at himself in the mirror. He's like, ah, ah. And then he just he's like flexing and he just started screaming. Ah, and then he just projectile vomits all over the mirror. He was on that Rashad McCants diet.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that nigga need an exorcist. This dude hit the Zatch Bell Zartan, bitch.
Oh my
That
god.
nigga hit the very melon.
Yo. He's like Napa. Napa fire. Raccoon. It's a
Yo,
raccoon fire that blast.
the raccoon kaboom, bitch. He done
Yeah,
on him with
yeah.
the
Like
raccoon
what the
kaboom.
like what the fuck was that? I would have been so pissed. Yo, let me let
Steven was still alive, man. Oh, so you can tell that story because he tells it way better than I can.
yo the
But
fact
he was
yo
like,
he's yelling. He throws. If I was a employee there, it's like,
safe, far away from bro.
yeah.
He ain't about to vomit on me. This dude just summoned vomit out of nowhere. It's just, who does that? I've never, he said, vomited all over the window or all over the mirror, man.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck?
I was like, oh, did you ever see him after that? He was like, man, I stopped going to the gym after that, dog.
Yeah.
That guy's psychotic, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Somebody screaming and then vomiting, and now
I
here
know
we
you
are. Here we
making
are, Rashad
everybody else
McCants.
uncomfortable.
Rashad McCants doing the same thing out here. He yelled so hard he just vomited. Like, how is he out of shape though? Because oh no, okay, I can see. I'm thinking about the finals. I'm like, no, March Madness. It's a couple months before the workouts and stuff. So it's very well he could have just been doing a bunch of nothing,
Mm.
But I just find that hard to believe though.
Then when he started running off his accolades, it's like He's like, yeah, I get it. He's like, you were the better. He's like, you were the better NBA player. But it was like,
You talking about Darren
what?
Williams?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Darren Williams, out of everybody who's been talking about this, is at the best accolades.
because he was like, because what was it? The Theo dude. He was like, I got more years. Got you got more years. So that's what. So not better numbers. You
I
got more
mean,
years. You were Larry Nance ass nigga.
staying in the league does mean something. Staying in the league does mean something. I don't know what
Staying in the league and contributing means a whole lot more. And he clearly,
I don't know exactly what it means because like Ben Simmons is still in the league for God. No, he's not in the league right now. Thank God.
Chandler Parsons was in the league for a
Chandler
long
Parsons been in the
time.
league for a long time. So I mean, you can get a retirement check being in the league for a certain amount of years.
Yeah,
So
Nick Collison is in the league forever.
Nick Collison keep getting them checks, all of
Yo,
fame.
nigga Ish Smith, that dude has played for half the teams in the fucking league.
Nick Collison, Kendrick Perkins. When the Cavaliers signed him at the end of his career, I was like, why did they sign him? I
Yeah.
remember when I posted, they got blown out or something. They got blown out by the Warriors or something. I was like, I was like, yeah, I guess it was that veteran leadership. Because they were like, yeah, they brought in Kendrick Perkins for veteran leadership. I was like, this is that veteran leadership that led them to getting the roof blown off their building. Why would you pick? He was like an absolute non-factor. Dude was in a suit. He was an assistant coach. They used a roster spot on the assistant coach.
He sitting on the bench looking stupid.
God, I was at the bench looking dumb. They wouldn't even give him a clipboard. They was just like talk to the guys, relay this message to the guys.
I know it's off topic, but um, you see that the clips that have been circulating with Shumpert talking about LeBron.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like so. I think you hate basketball guy was basically like LeBron gets coaches fired because um when you got a guy who switches up the entire game plan and when you're on the bench he's snatching the clipboard out of your hand and he's the one drawing up the play, and that basically is like he basically just emasculated you in front of the entire team. Like you're not even the leader of the team. It's like the inmates running the asylum.
I I don't even know why anybody would trust LeBron with a game plan when we can't trust him to get to page 2 of any book. I just don't understand that.
It's like, yeah, because it's just confusing to me. It was like, because I think somebody has said that he wouldn't. I think it was the same guy. You hate basketball. I think he was like he wouldn't. That this is why he wouldn't play for a guy like a Phil Jackson or a Greg Popovich, because there's no way in hell he would. There's no way in hell they would allow him to snatch the clipboard out of their hand to draw up a play saying he don't like this play. It's like, yeah, you're an immense talent. There's no denying that.
Well,
But
it's the ignorance of the player believing that they know better than the coach. And I'm not saying the players don't know better than the coaches at times,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, when you look as a coach, and I learned this from participating in several things, but like when you looking at things from the sidelines, you see things differently. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like it's a perspective thing. Just like that's why like I always have an issue when people be like, oh, like you're not in the arena. So like you like how are you gonna criticize people who are in the arena doing the thing? And it's like because you have a different perspective from outside the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's just like when you watch like you'll see and you see this this is the beauty of being a boxing fan because it's the only time you'll see people get coached on the sideline in real time. Like bell rings, hey, that was a good round. Keep that jab in his face. Keep that jab in his face. Hey, hey, you you'll land the right hand, throw the jab, step around, throw the right hand straight down the pipe. He's open for that. And it's like as a boxer, you might not see that because you're in the moment. You got a lot of things going on in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, hey, the trainer will say that, and then that round, hey, I want you to do this, and when you do this, you're gonna do this and the other, and then they'll do the thing that the coach says, and then all of a sudden it wobbles the guy, hurts the guy, maybe stops the guy, and it's just like, yo, like that's the perspective from outside the ring. Now there's are times where it's the other way around. Devin Haney against Lomachenko, where he's like, yo, he's landing his left hand. He's like, and Bill is like, yeah, that's what we wanted. No, that's not what you want. He's left-handed. He's a southpaw. Like that's the punch you don't want to get in with from the southpaw. So I don't know why you're saying like that's what we want. It's just like no, like tell him something on what he's not seeing to avoid the left hand. Of course, he's not a real trainer, so he couldn't tell him anything. Just like Teofimo Lopez's dad. Man, he just hit him. Like, yeah, he's trying. He can't. Tell him to do something to hit him.
Yeah, it's so funny that you. I remember because it's not even boxing. Because when you said just hit him, I remember years ago. There's these high schoolers like that they were gonna fight in this. They're fitting to fight, and I go outside, and one of them is moving around and he's avoiding getting hit. And the dude that's swinging says, "Stand still so I can hit you." Why the fuck do you think he gonna stand still and want you to hit
And it's just like, they'll tell people, like, hey, you got to move your head. Hey, when he throws this, like, so that's why, like, one of the things that's beautiful about, like, a boxing broadcast. And then but like I said, but then you see that from outside the ring sometimes. You know what I'm saying? If you really know what you're looking for or what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to watch two people throw hands, but sometimes, like, you could, like, when you're watching from the sidelines, you can see strategies
him?
that players might not. So it's just like that's why you got to trust the coach. That doesn't mean you got to do everything the coach says, but the coach is there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but when you got LeBron dictating who's the coach, why would you not think that he's going to dictate what plays they run?
Mm-hmm. Because you're not gonna do that with because um I know because I know with the Heat he had Spolstra.
Yeah, and he had
Like
problems with Spoelstra the whole time.
like do you think yeah, because I wasn't there a clip where they called timeout and he rams his shoulder into
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's like you think you're gonna do that shit with Pat Riley, you were still gonna play, you won't gonna get it's like
Pat
you
Riley
think
should have suspended him for that.
It's like you wouldn't. It's like you could only get away with that with guys who don't have the what's that word that Stephen A uses, cachet.
Mm.
You're not going to do that with Popovich. You are not going to do that with Krzyzewski. Even though didn't coach in the NBA, it was like, but he has that dude had too many rings on his fingers. He was too well respected. You were not going to do that with a Phil Jackson. You were not. You weren't going to do that with a Jerry Sloan. You weren't going to do any of that shit.
Well, when Jerry Sloan felt like somebody was trying to take his job, Darren Williams, he's like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm too old for this shit.
It was like,
Like the only reason why I don't have a championship is because of a guy named Michael Jordan.
mm-hmm.
So
Like you know who to. It's like you know who to do that with because you wouldn't do that with anybody else. It's like you were not going to walk in thinking that because folks, yeah, because I remember that was always a thing with LeBron. It was like, who did he learn from? It's like Jordan learned from. Jordan learned from um Dean Smith and Phil Jackson. It's like, who did LeBron learn from? Who was the guy? He's like, who was the guy that he learned from in high school? Who was Jordan's coach in high school? So shut that shit up. It was like look at these great players. Like they always had somebody great with them. It's like who did LeBron have? It's like LeBron is just great. Yeah, LeBron and LeBron can get away with what he can get away with because he had the coaches that he had. It's like you're not. He's like he was not going to get away with that shit with anybody else. He can get away with that with Spolstra. He can get away with that with Darvin Ham. He can. It was like I don't even know if he's getting away with it with JJ,
I don't think
but
LeBron cares at this point. I think he's about out of the league. He's just trying to get numbers.
it's like when you say a dude when you say that he ain't trying to get physical down low, so they're gonna run a different set that they hadn't ran all year, so he doesn't. He's like, I'm gonna keep my body fresh for the next round.
I
It's
mean,
like
I ain't mad at him. He got to many a finals doing that. So I can't
it's
be
like
mad at him for that.
it's like you gonna throw out the entire game plan? Yeah, I guess so. It's like the coach allows him to throw out the entire fucking game plan. So what exactly can you do?
Yeah,
And it's like you can only do what you're allowed to do, and they allowed him to do that shit.
yeah. Whatever. MJ to go. All right, I got to get to bed. Let's get his parting shots out.
All right, my parting shot is about NBA Live Mobile. I was just watching old videos of NBA Live Mobile content, and it was so much better then than it is now. Now they changed up the entire thing. Literally, you cannot make a shot in this game unless it is absolutely perfect. If it's that much, if it's like just air can get through on the shooting meter, you miss. Wide open, if that thing doesn't say perfect, you miss. it's like it's like it was so much better, but I get it. I get why they keep changing it up because when folks were selling coins and ducking the system, they had to change everything up. But it was so much better back then than it is now. And my part shot is I miss that shit.
You know, my parting shot is we have to change the definition of Mount Rushmores when it comes to sports. Why? Why do I say that? I was looking at Mount Rushmore and I was like, why were those four presidents picked? And so a lot of people they'll do this. They don't they'll do a Mount Rushmore so they can avoid the concept of like ranking players. And it's just like, oh yeah, this is a Mount Rushmore. And I'm like, no, I think Mount Rushmore was a symbol of something. So I was like, I don't know why that's been something that's been like if you give a Mount Rushmore, that means they're the four greatest players of all time. And it's just like, no, it should mean something, not just like these four presidents were iconic for whatever reason. So I looked up why were those four presidents chosen? George Washington, birth of the nation. Thomas Jefferson, expansion of the nation. Abraham Lincoln, preservation of the nation. Theodore Roosevelt, development of a nation. So a true Mount Rushmore, depending on kind of where you want to go with it, birth of a nation, you can either say the first great player, George Mikan, or the first NBA superstar, Wilt Chamberlain. Expansion of a nation, who grew the league, you can say Magic and Bird, but because you got to give it to one person, then it needs to be Michael Jordan because of the global expansion of the game because of him. Preservation of the league. I think now this is going to go backwards, but I would say Dr. J, because if it wasn't for the ABA, who knows what the NBA would be right now? Might not even be around anymore.
Uh-huh.
And then development, you could say LeBron, or you can say Kobe, or you can say Steph. I think Steph is probably the one that would fit that mold the most in today's game because of how he's changed today's game more than any player has since Michael Jordan.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. Y'all give me, if you were to do your Mount Rushmore based off of those things, my personal Mount Rushmore based off of these things would be Wilt, Jordan, Dr. J, Steph Curry. That would be my Mount Rushmore. That doesn't do I if I were to rank all of them, they're not the four greatest players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
They're all time great players, just like those four presidents are all-time great presidents. But the symbolism of Mount Rushmore needs to be, if you're going to call it a Mount Rushmore, then do it like it's a Mount Rushmore. You can disagree on who that person should be, but they should meet the criteria of the Mount Rushmore. So that's my parting shot. Let's change the definition of Mount Rushmore as it comes to sports conversations and stop trying to put your four favorite players on the Mount Rushmore. And so that's my parting shot. Thank y'all so much for watching and or listening. It's late for us, so we love y'all. We'll see you next week.